welcome to Windows 8 and welcome to MaxAlert. Yes, MaxAlert. MaxAlert Part 55.
Hey, who are you?
I am Max.
I am Max too. Same names.
But you are parrot. Max.
Yeah, and you are dog.
Yes. Can I join your group?
Yeah.
Thank you, Max.
You are welcome, Max. VoxProxy is a program that makes characters on PowerPoint. VoxProxy has many sources to choose from. VoxProxy characters. VoxProxy version 2. Available help topics. Getting started. Using this help file. Program updates and support. What's new in version 2? The VoxProxy player. Tips and techniques. Interacting with PowerPoint. Using multiple characters. Scripting speech. The script writer. Power scripting menu. File, edit, view, insert, tools, help. The script wizard. Show character. Make the character say something. Make the character do something. Make the character move somewhere. Other agent commands. PowerPoint commands. Miscellaneous commands. Character gallery. Showing a character. Reviewing character animations. Inserting a show command. Character properties. Moving a character. Closing all characters. Removing a character. Placing a character on a slide. Downloading characters from the WEP. Script macros. Starting a macro. Interrupting a macro. Returning to the macro menu. VoxProxy script command reference. General rules, characters, PowerPoint, user input, miscellaneous, sample script with PowerPoint controls, variables, troubleshooting. Character behavior. PowerPoint behavior. Miscellaneous. Copyright. Welcome to VoxProxy. Getting started. When PowerPoint starts, it automatically installs the VoxProxy menu. If you are running from PowerPoint 2002, installed from Office XP, and your computer is operating with Windows 95, 98, or ME, PowerPoint requires that you start VoxProxy from Windows Start/Program/VoxProxy menu. After doing so, you will see a small floating menu, which will appear on top of PowerPoint. This menu is exactly the same as the VoxProxy menu open, and all of the features of VoxProxy work in the same way. Run the tutorials. The simplest way to start getting familiar with VoxProxy is to run one or more of the tutorials. Click on VoxProxy. Click on Tutorials. You will see a list of available tutorials and other presentations similar to the following. We suggest that you run the tutorials in the following order. Introduction, first script, speech, variables, with animation. The VoxProxy player tutorial explains the player version of VP. These are actually simple macros, which call PowerPoint presentations, located in VoxProxy's presentations folder. Select a tutorial, such as Introduction to VoxProxy, to run, or simply double-click your selected tutorial. This will start the presentation as a full-screen slideshow. When the tutorial is finished, just press Escape to end the slideshow. You may interrupt the tutorial while it is running by pressing Escape to end the slideshow. You may run any tutorial directly from PowerPoint. Open the tutorial in PowerPoint by browsing the folder, Program to VoxProxy Presentations. Turn VoxProxy's run mode on by clicking VoxProxy. Start the slideshow. Open the script writer. Click on VoxProxy. To start your first script, click on the wizard button and click on Show New Character. Once you are familiar with using the wizard, you can quickly reach all of its features, plus context-sensitive help, characters, animations, and others from the Power Scripting menu by right-clicking anywhere in the script writer's edit window. Using this help file, VoxProxy's help file is located in the help folder and is in HTML format. You may open this file using Microsoft Word, Internet Explorer, or any HTML-compatible viewer. Some hyperlinks in the help file may be websites. If so, and you are not already connected, you may be prompted to connect. Three shortcut keys are available while displaying help. Control F brings up a SIND dialog box, allowing you to search the help file. Control Q links the file with your browser's default settings. Control N opens the help file in the separate Internet Explorer window. If you open this help file in Microsoft Word, settings, footings, and page numbers are already coded in the file so that you can reach a full user manual directly from Word. Open the following file. C. Program to let VoxProxy help page begin. Screenshots displayed in this help file may have been generated with either Windows 2000 or Windows XP, and the appearance of the screen therefore differs somewhat. Program updates and support. Support is available via email at support@voxproxy.com. Program updates, tutorials, script macros, facts, and other files are available in the support pages of our website. http://www.voxproxy.com/updates/html. VoxProxy's author, Tom Atkins, can be reached at Right Seat Software, Incorporated, 1110 12th Street. Phone CO80401 1118 303-278-2244. What's new in VoxProxy version 2? Version 2 of VoxProxy contains new characters, new features to enhance script writing productivity, new features for multimedia training applications, enhanced support for the new VoxProxy clear voices based on AT&T Labs natural voices text-to-speech engine, new commands to facilitate data exchange, new features for CD prep, enhanced player features, new characters, enhanced support for AT&T Labs natural voices text-to-speech engine, new features to enhance script writing productivity, new multimedia training features, data exchange features, CD prep features, miscellaneous new features, enhanced player features, list of newsroom commands, new characters. 10 new characters have been introduced in version 2. Enhanced support for AT&T Labs natural voices text-to-speech engine. Version 2 contains 3 enhancements specifically designed to make it easier to use our new clear voices based on AT&T Labs natural voices text-to-speach engine. Character properties, a new feature, described in more detail below, enables you to assign an AT&T voice or any other voice as the default for a character, so you don't have to explicitly use the session command each time you show the character. Say while command. The Say While command wizard has been enhanced to allow you to create a WAV file directly from speech text using any AT&T natural voices voice that you have installed. This feature can be useful for building a CD containing WAV files using natural voices, since you are not permitted to redistribute the AT&T natural voices text-to-speech engine. This feature works only for the AT&T natural voices text-to-speech engine. Convert text to WAV files. An automatic conversion program which converts all speech for a specified character throughout the entire presentation to WAV files using any selected voice from AT&T natural voices. This is another useful tool for preparing CDS with CD prep that use natural voices as WAV files. New features to enhance script writing productivity. Power scripting menu. If you right-click in the script edit window in the script writer, you now see a comprehensive, context-sensitive The player should be saved in the corresponding folder on the end user's computer. 2. Text-to-speech engines. The player comes only with a US English True Voice speech engine. If you intend to use any other language or text-to-speech engine, you must install it on the end user's computer. The appropriate files are located in your computer in the folder C. Program through VoxProxy. Note, however, that the optional AT&T Natural Voices text-to-speech engine cannot be distributed to others and is not included in the VoxProxy player. Therefore, you should not use Natural Voices within presentations that are to be played on the VoxProxy player. Installing the player. The end user must install the VT player on his/her computer before playing presentations enhanced with VoxProxy. There are two sources for the VT player software, and they are installed differently. Downloadable from http://www.voxproxy.com/downloads/playerx. Download the file and save it anywhere on the end user's computer, then run the file to begin the installation. The VT player CD delivered with VoxProxy. You may duplicate this CD as needed. Insert the CD in the end user's computer to start the installation. Using the player. The player may be used in any of several ways. By running a VT player presentation file. A VT player presentation file is a copy of the PowerPoint file with a file extension VTP rather than VTQ or VTS. Windows will recognize this as a VoxProxy enhanced presentation and run the player automatically. The user may run such a file in any of the normal Windows methods. Double-click on the file name in Windows Explorer. Right-click on the file name and select Open. From an attachment to an email, select Open rather than Save, or save the file and then run it from Windows Explorer. For PPG file saved on the website, single-click on the link to the file. The file will download and then automatically start running. Double-click on the shortcut to the file. You can create a PPG file in two ways. 1. From the script writer file menu, click Save Presentation for VP Player. A duplicate copy of your presentation file will be created with a file extension PPP. 2. In Windows Explorer, make a copy of the PPP file and rename it with a file extension of PPP. By opening a presentation in PowerPoint and manually starting the slideshow. In this case, the user must click on the VoxProxy menu item Run VoxProxy, which slideshows before running the slideshow. This is the same as the normal procedure in the VoxProxy software itself. If the user has Windows 95/98/ME and is running PowerPoint 2002 from Office XP, not Windows XP, then the VoxProxy menu is located on Windows Start/Program Files. Otherwise, it is on the PowerPoint main menu. Tips and techniques. Interacting with PowerPoint. VoxProxy slide scripts are automatically started as soon as the slide is displayed in a slideshow. There are several techniques you can use to cause an interaction between the characters, PowerPoint animations, and the presenter. 1. You want the active character to trigger a click or next animation, sometimes called next go, on the slide. A typical use for this is that the character is acting like a presenter and will bring up some bullets on the slide and talk about it. Use the click command in your script. Be aware that you must set PowerPoint's custom animation for this object so that it is animated by a mouse click, not automatic by time. Whenever a click command is encountered in the script, it is a click to PowerPoint, just as though you had pressed a mouse click. For example, show poll at left center. 145. Click. Say our first topic will be 2. You want the script to wait until you, the presenter, click to bring up the next animation, and the script should continue to run. Use the wait for click command in your script. And you must set PowerPoint's custom animation for this object so that it is animated. For example, wait for click. Show poll at left center. Say surprise, here's what we're doing next. 3. You want to have a dialogue with an on-screen character. Use the same technique as above to interact with characters. If you don't want visible PowerPoint animations, just create invisible custom animations, such as off-screen objects. For this example, create your simple autoshots, stars, let's say, and drag them off the visible slide. For each of the autoshots, set your custom animations to appear on mouse click. Here's your script. Show PDF center. Wait for click. Say yes, Tom. I will hit underline 2. Say in fact, use the this goes out white smooth and buttery face. Wait for click. Search. Say sorry, Tom. Not a arrogant site. Here's how it runs. You click to bring up this slide. It lies in on the center of the slide place. You say something like, hi, Phoebe, have any good crackers lately? You click the mouse to trigger PowerPoint's next animation. Phoebe says yes, Tom eats cracker, and says in fact, etc. Phoebe waits. You say so you won't hear that you don't. You click the mouse to trigger PowerPoint's next animation. Phoebe pulls out the scope and looks around the room, and says sorry, Tom, not a arrogant site. 4. Build in delays into your script. Sometimes it may be appropriate for you to include intentional delays in your script so that you can say things while interacting with characters. The delay command will prompt the script to delay a specified number of seconds. Be aware, however, that the delay command itself does not have a built-in wait, so you may want to put a wait command in the script yourself just before the delay. For example, show PDF center. 3. Say good and talking, how's the presentation going? Wait. Delay 10. Say gee, I'm sorry about that, anything I can do to help. This will give you 2 seconds to respond to Phoebe's question. Without the wait command, the 2 seconds would start before Phoebe speaks. Using multiple characters. Interaction between characters is one of the most effective tools for creating interest and avoiding a boring presentation, but it also presents many challenges. The greatest challenges, of course, are the script's dialogue, but the more technical issues of making 2 or more characters interact effectively is also important. At least timing is one of the more important. To understand the timing of characters, you must understand that in order to simplify the scripts, the default VoxProxy is that each character must wait until the previous character finishes its speech and actions before proceeding with its own. This ensures that nothing unexpected will happen during the script runs, but it can result in interactions that may appear slow and stilted. VoxProxy has several tools to help you override these defaults and to create more effective and interesting interactions. One of these is the parameter, now which can be used to override the way default on individual lines of speech or actions. 1. Make multiple characters appear and hide simultaneously. This is easily accomplished using the now parameter. For example, show poll at left center. Show now PDF center. Show now rolling at right center. Hiding characters simultaneously with the same except for one thing. It is a good policy to place a wait in the script just before the first character hides. Otherwise, now can cause a second of any additional characters to hide too soon. Previous script lines. All say bye-bye. Wait. All hide. PD hide. Now Roland hide. Now without wait, PD and Roland would hide while Paul is still speaking. 2. Let the character start speaking while another is moving. There is only one trick you need to be aware when using now for speech. These animations are accompanied by sound effects. These sounds can step on the speech of another character. The general rule is that the speech engine will not allow 2 characters to have simultaneous sounds or speech. Unusually, the first sound to be encountered will suppress any other character's sound that tries to play after it starts. There are 2 ways around this when using speech in VoxProxy. One is to shut off animation sound effects. This can be accomplished either on the preference menu item or by using the sound effects off command in your script. The other way is just to make sure that the speech starts speaking FORE animation sound effect. Consider these 2 versions of the same script. Show Roland at right center. Show now Paul at center. Roland search. Paul say now hey Roland, what are you looking for? Show Paul at center. Show now Roland at right center. Paul say hey Roland, what are you looking for? Roland search now Merlin's Fresh animation is accompanied by the sound of bells. In the first version, since Merlin begins his animation before Paul starts to speak, the bells suppress Paul's speech. In the second version, Paul's speech starts first and the bells are suppressed. Overlapping sounds are not a problem with silent animations. Now it is often helpful in these cases to speed up processing. Paul gesturate. Say our first item of business is blah blah. Wait. Respose. Merlin gesture with. Now wait. Say in second, we want to talk about blah blah. It's a good idea to make Paul return to his rest pose, but we don't want Merlin to wait until Paul is resting before he starts his own gesture, so we use the now wait parameter. The reason for the wait command above is that it tells Merlin not to begin gesturing until Paul has finished speaking. Scripted speech. Synthetic speech technology using free-text-to-speech engines like those included with VoxProxy will not fool people into thinking that a live person is talking. On the other hand, they can be amazingly effective and, with a little extra effort, you can at least achieve correct pronunciation and even convey reasonable variations in emphasis. This creates a far more effective presentation. Be sure to play the tutorial on speech. It provides some good illustrations using the tools in VoxProxy. The most convenient tool for scripting speech in VoxProxy is the speech toolbar. Find it in the view/toolbars menu. Using this toolbar, you can place the cursor on any line of speech in your script and press the test speech button to see how it sounds. Punctuation in speech affects both timing and emphasis. Commas, semicolons, and periods cause a pause in the speech and slightly affect the pronunciation of the immediately preceding word. A question mark also affects the emphasis of the preceding word. An exclamation point can affect the pronunciation of an entire sentence. Using the test speech button, experiment with the sound of each sentence. Method for changing pronunciation and emphasis in speech will depend on whether you are displaying the speech in a speech balloon. If you are not, then you can be free to use incorrect punctuation or even spelling in order to adjust the sound of the speech. With speech balloons, you can still use variations in punctuation and spelling, but you will need VoxProxy's pronunciation dictionary in order to achieve variations in pronunciation while preserving correct spelling and punctuation. Use the pronunciation dictionary in the following ways. For foreign language words or commonly used made-up words that are consistently mispronounced by the text-to-speech engine, enter them on the All Presentations page. We have included a number of such words such as autotroph and sesquial samples. Anytime VoxProxy encounters one of these words or phrases in a line of speech, it will automatically use your substitute pronunciation. Look over and test these examples to get ideas for your own pronunciation adjustments. For words that are needed only in the current presentation, click throughout it, enter them on this presentation page. Be aware that such entries will cause a special slide to be created to contain that information. The special slide will be marked hidden so that it won't be displayed in the slideshow. For one-time pronunciation adjustments, use a one-time insertion. This will insert a map tag into a line of speech showing what is coherent in the speech balloon and how it is to be pronounced. You can be creative with using this feature. For example, you can insert pauses into the speech line using commas that don't show up in the speech balloon. You will occasionally have to adjust the pronunciation of a word as emphasis is wrong for the current context. The text-to-speech engine, for example, does an amazingly good job of determining when the word object should be pronounced with the emphasis on the first syllable and when it should be on the second, but it isn't perfect. Perfect is another one of those words. When you test these words in the pronunciation dictionary, you may have to enter several words or the whole sentence in order to determine how the text-to-speech engine will pronounce it. Many other tools are available to work with pronunciation. See individual descriptions for the power scripting menu of the speech toolbar. You can emphasize a specific word or change the character of speech, whisper and monotone. Also on the speech toolbar are context buttons called address and email. For US English, these buttons are the same. Context primarily affects the way the engine speaks numbers, punctuation, and abbreviations. Web addresses, for example, require using the context tag. In order to review these pronunciation rules in detail, see help/speech/text-to-speech help on the script writer menu. Additional tools are available in the script wizard say something button. There, you can vary the speed of speaking as well as its pitch. A couple of other tips which may be somewhat obscure. The speak command works exactly like say except that it bypasses the pronunciation dictionary. If you want to illustrate a mispronounced phrase, for example, you might use the same line of text with both commands. Say Seslavai, center PD, we have no relay-nos. Speak Seslavai, center PD, we have no relay-nos. The vertical bar character, also called style, is used to separate alternative phrases to be spoken. The text-to-speech engine will randomly choose to speak only one of the phrases. Suppose you have a simple macro, for example, which you might call on multiple slides. When the character is finished and you can proceed to the next slide. A typical slide script might be script. Run macro next slide. The macro script for next slide might be say you can change slides now. Another use would be in working with speech commands. If the user's input is not recognized, you might want the character to respond with what was that? A little care in testing and adjusting your character speech will go a long way in improving the effectiveness of your presentation. As you hover the cursor over this screen image, hot areas will link to the appropriate feature help. Line callout free, standard filter line callout free, diagnose slide animations line callout free, test script line callout free, macro editor line callout free, script edit window line callout free, character gallery line callout free, script wizard line callout free, close characters. Script edit window. The script edit window is a plain text field used for writing or editing scripts. The window resides on one of your selectable pages. 1. The SLIDE page. If the presentation is open, this page contains the script for the active slide. 2. The MACRO page. Open menu item or by selecting a macro from the macro menu. The macro menu is opened automatically when the macro page is selected. See running script macros. The easiest way to get started writing scripts is to play the tutorial your first script. It is often helpful to examine existing scripts. Once the tutorial is finished, for example, just open the script writer and look at the scripts on each slide. When you are ready to write your own, start by opening the script wizard. Just click on the wizard button on the toolbar. Power scripting menu. As a powerful shortcut to inserting commands into your script, you may right-click at any point in the script edit window. A context-sensitive, cascading menu called the power scripting menu will appear, allowing you to insert into your script any of the following. Script commands. This item cascades into character commands, PowerPoint commands, and other commands. Each script command selected will display the appropriate wizard. characters. A list of available character names is displayed. This is a context-sensitive feature. When you select a character, if that character already appears in this script, it will just insert the character name. Otherwise, it will bring up the show character form. Variables. This item displays a list of all variables that are currently defined, along with their current values. Animations. This context-sensitive item displays a list of all animations for the character acting at the cursor position. Speech tags. Displays a list of all available speech tags, such as emphasize, whisper, etc. In addition, the Power Scripting menu offers 2 additional scripting features. HELP for the script command on the line where the cursor appears. TEST the current line of speech if it is a say command. Note that if you select text in the script before right-clicking, you will see the standard menu /cut/copy/paste/delete menu rather than the Power Scripting menu. File menu. New. To use the new macro script, this item is enabled only when the macro page is open and is disabled while viewing slide scripts. Same as pressing the new button on the standard toolbar. Open. Open new macro file. This item is enabled only when the macro page is open and is disabled while viewing slide scripts. Same as pressing the open button on the standard toolbar. Save. Save the current script. Same as pressing the save button on the standard toolbar. Windows shortcut key is Control S. Save as. Same as save, that allows you to specify the file name and apply only the macros. This item is enabled only when the macro page is open and is disabled while viewing slide scripts. Save as presentation for VP player. Save the copy of the active presentation file with the file extension PPP rather than PPP. That file may then be played from the VoxProxy player software by simply opening the file. It will automatically start PowerPoint to play the slideshow. Restore. Restore the current script from its file copy. This will erase the script currently displayed in the script edit window with the last save version. Page 7. Displays a dialog box allowing changes to margins, headings, and footing used in Print scripts. Print either macro or slide scripts, depending on the script writer page selector. When printing slides, allow selection of current slide, range of slides, or slides. Fonts can be selected, and are individually available for speech fonts. Windows shortcut key is Control P. Exit. Closing the script writer. Edit menu. Undo. Undo the last insertion into the script. Cut the script text currently selected. Save into the Windows clipboard. Copy. Copy the currently selected script text into the Windows clipboard. Paste. Paste the text contents from the Windows clipboard into the script at the current cursor position. Find and replace. The Find and Replace feature is also available by pressing Control F while in the script writer. Find and Replace will work on the current slide or macro or on all slides in the presentation. The Find and Replace form appears similar to the following. View menu. Slide script. Switches the script edit Windows active page to the slide page. Macro script. Switches the script edit Windows active page to the macro page and activates the macro menu. Toolbars. Standard. New. New. Open. Same as menu file. Save. Save. Same as menu file. Undo. Undo. Copy. Copy. Cut. Paste. Same as menu edit. Character gallery. Display dialog box showing all available agent characters. Animations can be demonstrated for each character shown. See character gallery. Close agent characters. Remove any agent characters currently displayed on the screen. Tools. Test. For slide scripts, this button allows you to test the script on the current slide. The active slide will be displayed as a full-screen slideshow, and the script will run when finished. Or at any time during the test, click on the slide or press less than escape greater than to end the test and return to the normal display. Another way to test the script is to make sure that VoxProxy is in run mode. We have clicked on the VoxProxy with slideshows, then simply click on PowerPoint slideshow view button. For macros, if there is a background display, click on the background to end the test and return to the normal display. If there is no background, click on the remove agent character button on the standard toolbar after test is complete. Macros. Displays a macro menu allowing you to run, edit, add, or delete script macros. Displays a list of all macro files in the macros folder of the application directory. See also running script macros. Wizard. Displays the script wizard form. See separate wizard instructions. Wizard. This toolbar contains all of the features of the script wizard in a compact loading toolbar. For detailed documentation of script wizard features, see script wizard. The wizard toolbar appears similar to the following. Speech. This toolbar contains many of the features of the speech panel from the script wizard. When each button is pressed, it inserts the appropriate speech tag at the cursor position in the script. The test button is convenient for testing that normal speech in the script. The toolbar appears similar to the following. Emphasize. Insert the speech tag at the cursor position in the script. Emphasize the next word only. Monotone. Insert the speech tag at the cursor position in the script. Monotone begins at this point and ends at the end of the current line while neither the normal or recessive once tag is encountered. Whisper. Insert the speech tag at the cursor position in the script. See monotone. Normal. Insert the speech tag at the cursor position in the script. See monotone. Recessive defaults. Insert the speech tag at the cursor position in the script. Address context. Insert the speech tag at the cursor position in the script. Any speech on the line following this tag will be pronounced using address context. See the speech normalization documentation in the speech folder or on the menu help/speech for the appropriate language. Email context. Insert the speech tag at the cursor position in the script. Any speech on the line following this tag will be pronounced using email context. See the speech normalization documentation in the speech folder or on the menu help/speech for the appropriate language. Test speech. Test the line of speech where the cursor is in the script. Use the character which should current at that point in the script. Prompt if the character is not useful. Character gallery. Display dialog box showing all available agent characters. Animations can be demonstrated for each character shown. See character gallery. Close agent characters. Remove an agent character currently displayed on the screen. Insert menu. This displays the Power Scripting menu, also available by right-clicking in the edit window in the script writer. In either case, the menu is context sensitive to the position of the cursor in the edit window. The menu appears similar to the following. Script commands. Displays a cascaded list of all script commands in 3 categories. Character commands, PowerPoint commands, and other commands. characters. Displays a list of all characters. If you select a character already within your script, it will just insert the character's name. For characters not yet in your script, it will display a new character over it. Animations for character. Displays a list of all animations for the character that is active at the cursor position. Variables. Displays a list of all variables currently defined, including the current value for each variable. Note that these values may be different when the script is run. Speech tags. Displays all available speech tags, such as emphasize. Test speech. Allows you to test the sound of a line of speech without playing the whole slide script. Tools menu. Wizard. Displays a dialog box with access to all available script commands. For a complete description and screenshot, see Script Wizard. Macros. Activates the macro menu and switches the script edit window to macros. See running script macros. The macro menu appears similar to the following. References. The reference string appears similar to the following. Wait commands. The animation character is now to perform a command listed here. If that command is checked, the character will wait for the previous character. If any could use its speech or actions before acting on the command. If the command is not checked, it will not wait. Commands listed here include type, do, gesture, listen, prove, help, say, show, something. Note that the show command often contains an implied move. For example, show call at center. Therefore, if you do not want to wait on the show command, you should check with the show and move the command. It is often never should use now a parameter on individual command and to change the system references here. Idle animations. The animation characters are idle on the screen. They're rendered with a series of animations called idle animations. As time goes on, they appear more than finally go to sleep. This option allows you to turn these idle animations on or off. Sound effects. Limitations animations, including film height, are accompanied by sounds. The sounds can sometimes interfere with the speech of another character if the animation is being played at the same time the other character is speaking. This option allows you to turn those sound effects on or off. Timeout. This reference allows you to set the maximum length of time that any animation will play. Its primary use is to prevent looping animations from running forever. Looping animations will run until stopped in one of three ways: a stop command, an interrupt command, or by timing out. Note that if you set this timeout too short, it may affect other non-looping animations as well. Language. All characters use a language specified here as their default language. You must have a text-to-speech engine for the default language installed on your computer. VoxProxy does not check this. If you do not, the default will be English, true voice. You may override this default when you show individual characters using the language command. Miscellaneous. Miscellaneous preferences include whether to display text of the day, whether to prompt for file and notes exports, and dual monitor display. Other miscellaneous items will be added here are needed. Variables. Variables are items which are used to represent text within a phrase to be spoken by an agent. Some variables, such as a date, are predefined. They are listed below. Others may be user-defined. They are defined and edited in this menu item or by using the set command in a script. Names should consist of a single word without spaces when used in the script. Names must always begin with a character. For examples, see the variable section under script commands. There are 3 pages or tabs on the variable form. All presentations. These variables apply to all presentations and macros. This presentation. These variables apply only to the active presentation or macro. Any variables defined here will override those defined on the all presentations page. Predefined. These variables are available in any presentation or macro. They include time-oriented variables, a day, percentage, a month, a year, and time of day, and several speech tags, and W, whisper, and then monotone, and then normal, and R, reset, and V, emphasize. Pronunciation Dictionary. The Pronunciation Dictionary provides a way for you to adjust the pronunciation of special words or phrases. Whenever a character's speech encounters one of these items, the item will appear in the speech volume as it is written in the script. The written words, but the character will say it as it appears in the spoken words. This is useful not only for foreign words or phrases, but for technical terms which may not be defined within the speech engine. There are 3 pages in the Pronunciation Dictionary's editor. All presentations. These items apply to all presentations and macros. This presentation. These items apply only to the active presentation or macro. Any words or phrases defined here will override those defined on the all presentations page. One-time insertion. These words or phrases are inserted directly into the script at the current cursor position time map commands. Actually, all Pronunciation Dictionary entries end up as map commands when they are actually spoken by the speech engine, but you only see those entered as one-time insertions. CD Prep Wizard. If you have the optional CD Prep feature of VoxProxy, you will see the menu item for CD Prep here. This program allows you to create self-starting CDs containing your VoxProxy PowerPoint presentations. For detailed documentation about CD Prep, see the separate CD Prep help file. Export to notes. This option will copy all slide scripts into PowerPoint's notes for each slide. The purpose for this option is to allow you to print both slides and scripts together. Be aware, however, that in PowerPoint, the print program will truncate any notes that will not fit on the same page as the slide. For longer scripts, we suggest that you use PowerPoint Send to feature to send slides and notes to Microsoft Word. Word will print both slides and notes regardless of the length of the notes. Export to file. This export option will copy all slide scripts into a file with the same name and in the same location as the presentation file, but with a file extension of VTS, VoxProxy script. The VTS file is used to play slideshows under PowerPoint 97 or the PowerPoint viewer. Diagnostic tools. The following dialog box provides 2 diagnostic tools and a link to the troubleshooting section of this documentation. Diagnose slide animations. Use this option if you are having trouble using click or wait for loop commands. Paul will analyze your script and compare it with the custom animation settings on the slide, reporting any problems you may detect. View animation pairs. This diagnostic tool will allow you to click on the click or wait for loop command in your script. Paul will locate the shape or text on the slide which is paired with this command. In other words, which slide object will either appear, click, or for which the script will wait for click. Convert speech to WAV files. This function acts on all slides in the active presentation, converting text speech commands for a specific character, say, to audio speech commands, so on, using the AT&T Natural Voices text-to-speech engine in a selected voice. For each say command, an audio file is created and saved into the default media folder. Requires AT&T Natural Voices. Help menu. VoxProxy help. Display this documentation file. Tutorials. Displays a menu of macros which run tutorial presentation slideshows. WED support. Display several links which navigate to specified websites such as Microsoft's PowerPoint homepage. Register. Displays a registration form showing the software owner and serial number. The trialware version of VoxProxy may be registered by entering the purchase software serial number here. Introduction. Displays a brief introductory documentation for new users. README. Displays a software README file. Speech. Install text-to-speech languages. Displays a menu of text-to-speech engines in available languages. Select a language to install the text-to-speech engine and appropriate documentation. The documentation for speech normalization for the selected language is saved as a Microsoft Word registered document in the speech folder. Program select VoxProxy speech. This documentation explains pronunciation issues such as numbers, abbreviations, and so on according to the selected speech context. See address context or email context. Text-to-speech help. Displays a help file containing speech normalization information for English. See buffer documentation in other languages. This documentation explains pronunciation issues such as numbers, abbreviations, and so on according to the selected speech context. Tips of the day. Displays a tips form with a random tip, which also allows you to turn on or off the tips feature. About VoxProxy. Contains version, copyright, and registration information about the VoxProxy software.
The macro menu is activated in one of three ways: by clicking on the macros page of the scriptwriter, by selecting script macros from the VoxProxy menu in PowerPoint, or by selecting macros from the scriptwriter's tools menu. Starting a script macro. Script macros may be started from the macro menu in two ways. 1. Single click on the macro name, then click on the run button. 2. Double click on the selected macro name. In addition, if you have displayed the script edit window for selected macro, you may run that macro by clicking the test button. Interrupting a running macro. A running macro can be interrupted in several ways, depending upon what the macro has displayed. If the macro has started a PowerPoint presentation, simply end the presentation in the normal way by pressing escape, for example, or by right-clicking on the slide and selecting End Show. If the macro is running on a background other than the PowerPoint presentation, simply click anywhere on the background. The macro menu will be automatically restored. If the macro is running on top of your desktop without any visible background except for the desktop itself, click on the script macros button on the taskbar. The macro will be interrupted and the macro menu will be automatically restored. Returning to the macro menu. When the macro is finished, you may exit the macro and return to the macro menu in any of the same ways that you would interrupt a macro. See interrupting a macro. The script wizard. As you hover the cursor over areas of this screen image, odd areas will link to the appropriate feature documentation. Scripting agent character speech and actions using the script wizard requires only two simple steps. 1. Select a character. 2. Press a button to enter speech text. Select animations. Specify a new location for the character by dragging it on the screen, or select any other character command. Additional buttons are available to insert other script commands which have nothing to do with agent characters. Note that all of the features available from this wizard form are also available through the Power Scripting menu. Show character. An agent character may be selected in one of two ways. Click on the character name in the list, or click on the Show New Character button. Characters shown in the list include only those characters which have already been used in your script. This simplifies entering a dialogue between two or more characters. Simply click on the character you want, then on the speech or action buttons. If you are introducing a new character in your script, click on the Show New Character button. See command reference. When showing a new character, you will usually want to specify where the character will appear on the screen. Press the appropriate location button before pressing the Insert button. If you press the mouse location button, the selected character will appear on your current PowerPoint slide or blank background. Simply drag the character to where you want him to appear, then click the done button which will appear with the character. The command inserted into your script will be Show Character at Location. Additional options are available if you wish to change the character's default behavior. See details in the character gallery. Once a character has been selected, it is not necessary to reselect the character until you want to select a new one. Make the character say something. This button allows you to enter speech text, including various speech tags which alter the character, pitch, and speed of the speech. Press the Insert button when done. See command reference. Make the character do something. This button will allow you to select from a list of all animations available for the selected character. You may insert several animations before closing. See command reference. Make the character move somewhere. Displays a dialog box to insert a move to command into the script. See command reference. The move to dialog box allows the selection of two parameters. Location is determined by clicking on one of the available location buttons. Clicking on the mouse button will result in the active slide being displayed as a full screen slideshow to allow you to drag the character to any desired location on the screen. For macros, the character will be displayed and you may simply drag it to the desired location on the screen. Click the done button, which will appear with the character, to record the location and insert the command. The speed at which the character moves is determined by selecting one of three option buttons. Normal is the character's default move speed. Instantaneous causes the character to be instantly relocated on the screen without using its normal move animation. Specify displays a slider and allows you to select speed faster or slower than normal. Note that the fastest speed is not a lot faster than normal. Other character commands. Balloons, disappear, gesture, hide, interrupt, language, listen for, not balloons, say off, size, sound effects, fin, engine, wait, commons, wait for. Balloons, see command reference. Turn on or off the speech balloons that are displayed when a character speaks or thinks. Also allow selection of the balloon font and font size, and whether the balloon should be a fixed length or automatically sized according to the spoken text. Disappear, see command reference. Remove the active character from the screen without playing the character's hide animation. This may be useful if the character's hide animation is lengthy or plays unwanted sounds. Gesture, see command reference. Inserts a command for the active character to gesture at another visible character on the screen. The active character does not move, but merely gestures either up, down, left, or right, depending upon the selected character's location on the screen. Hide, see command reference. Hides the agent. If the agent name is not specified, the agent currently active is hidden. Illuminations, see command reference. Temporarily turn on or off a character's idle animations. This command is especially useful for animations such as sit, lift, and sit right to ensure that the character remains seated. If idle animations are on, after a few seconds, the character will stand and begin its normal idle animations. Interrupt. See command reference. Inserts a command for the active character to interrupt the animation of another specified character. The other character might, for example, be in the process of running a looping animation, which will run continuously until stopped by either a timeout or an interrupt. A character cannot interrupt itself. Language. See command reference. Inserts a language command into the script. A drop-down list of languages is displayed. Note that a text-to-speech engine for the selected language will only be loaded if that text-to-speech engine is installed on your computer, otherwise it will be ignored. Listen. See command reference. Inserts a listen command into the script. This causes the active character to listen for voice input from the user. A microphone must be attached to the computer. The default listen commands include only the words yes and no. See listen for to select additional input command words. The user's response will be placed into the variable and response. If no response was detected or understood, a question mark character will be placed in the and response variable. Listen for. See command reference. Inserts a listen for command into the script. This causes the active character to listen for voice input from the user. A microphone must be attached to the computer. A dialog box will allow you to type command words for which the character will listen. The evaluation template inserts a series of commands designed to check the user's response and run a different segment of script for each. The user's response will be placed into the variable and response. If no response was detected or understood, a question mark character will be placed in the and response variable. Not balloons. See command reference. Insert a command to turn off speech balloons for the active character. Say WAV. See command reference. Inserts a command which allows you to have the active character lip-sync speech which is played from an audio WAV file. Displays a dialog box allowing you to select the audio file and type in the text to be displayed in the speech balloon. If you have AT&T Natural Voices speech engines, the Say WAV wizard can be used to create audio WAV files using the AT&T voices. Size. See command reference. Inserts a command to display the active character at a size other than its default. A slider allows you to select the size. Sound effects. See command reference. Inserts a command to turn on or off the sound effects for the active character. This applies only to sound effects which are associated with character animations. Not all animations have sound effects. If a character tries to speak while another character is playing an animation with a sound effect, the sound effect can suppress the other character's speech. See command reference. This is like the say command except that the character does not speak and the text is displayed in a slightly different speech balloon. Engine. See command reference. Inserts a command to load a specific text-to-speech engine for the current agent character. This may be used to switch languages or voices in the middle of a script. Available text-to-speech engines will be displayed in a list and the test button allows you to listen to the sound of that engine. Wait. See command reference. Inserts a command which stops the script until the active character is finished with whatever it is doing. Wait commands. See command reference. Select the command S for which the active character should wait for the previous character to complete before proceeding. Your selection S. Change the reference item. PowerPoint commands. In show. See command reference. In the currently running slideshow and close any characters which may be visible. Pause slide. See command reference. Inserts a command which causes PowerPoint to go to a specified slide in the presentation. The slide may be specified by either the relative slide number or the slide ID number. The slide ID does not change when other slides are inserted or deleted. First slide. See command reference. Inserts a command which causes PowerPoint to go to the first slide in the presentation. Last slide. See command reference. Inserts a command which causes PowerPoint to go to the last slide in the presentation. Last slide view. See command reference. Inserts a command which causes PowerPoint to go to the last slide which was actually viewed in the slideshow. Note that this may not be the same as the previous slide. Next slide. See command reference. Inserts a command which causes PowerPoint to go to the next slide in the presentation. Click. See command reference. Inserts a command which causes PowerPoint to activate its next animation, also called the next fill. This is equivalent to pressing the mouse button in the presentation. If an object is selected on the current slide, this command button will insert the name of the object in parentheses after the command. Previous slide. See command reference. The slide numerically preceding the current slide and may not be the last slide viewed by the user. Run slideshow. See command reference. Inserts a command which causes PowerPoint run the specified file as a slideshow. The file specified may be either a PPT or PPS file. Wait for clue. See command reference. Inserts a command which causes the script to wait until the user activates PowerPoint's next animation. Normally, this is by pressing the mouse button, but could occur in other ways. This is used to synchronize agent characters' actions with a presentation. Right chat to text. See command reference. Inserts a command which causes the script to wait until the user activates PowerPoint's next animation. Miscellaneous commands. Background, bitmap, bookmark, delay, in macro, jet macro, list box, macro menu, media volume, message box, play flash, play media, play WAV, random line, random macro, read excel, run macro, set refs, show excel, show word, wait for, root excel, right full. Background, see command reference. Allows the selection of either solid color or bitmap file to be used as a background for a macro script. Bitmap, see command reference. Display or remove a selected bitmap file on the screen. Bookmark, see command reference. A bookmark is a single word which creates a placeholder in the script at the point where the bookmark is inserted. The only purpose for a bookmark is to branch to it using the GOTO command. Delay, see command reference. Causes the script to pause for the specified number of seconds before proceeding. Dual monitor, see command reference. Change character and media display parameters to dual monitor. Characters and media windows will be displaced by 100% to the right. This requires that both monitors be set to the same resolution. In macro, see command reference. In the currently running script and close any visible characters. Jet macro, see command reference. When the current script is ready to run, this command gets the script for the specified macro and inserts it into the current script. List box, see command reference. Displays a list box containing a list of words or phrases. The user selects a single item by clicking on it. The result is placed into the end response variable, where it may be evaluated using IF or evaluate. Macro menu. See command reference. During the playing of the script, this command causes a list menu of macros to be displayed from which the user may select a macro to run. Allows a wildcard so that only macros starting with certain characters will be displayed in the menu. Media volume. See command reference. Changes the audio volume for a media file that has been started using the play media command. If the optional fade time is specified, the volume will fade up or down in the specified number of seconds. Message box. See command reference. This command displays a message box on the screen containing the specified text. The user, presenter, must click the OK button to proceed. Play Flash. See command reference. This command plays a macromedia shot of Flash file in the window. The window is sizable and can be dragged and dropped to locate it on the slide. The window may be closed either automatically when done or manually in the script using the close Flash command. A timer is started automatically when the Flash movie begins to play. You may wait for this timer using the wait for command. Multiple Flash movies may be played concurrently. Play media. See command reference. Displays a video file in an optional window on the screen. Requires Microsoft Active Movie Register Player, which is installed by default with Windows Media Player. Plays any Windows Media Player compatible audio and video files. Allows specified window size and different user controls. The on-top option is required in some versions of Windows 2000 and XP in order to prevent the media window from being covered up by the slide. Note, however, that with this option on, you must keep characters outside the media form or it will cover the character. Play WAV. See command reference. Plays an audio file. *WAV allows you to cause the script to wait or not wait until the audio is complete before proceeding. Random line. See command reference. Selects and plays a randomly selected line from a specified macro. Random macro. See command reference. Randomly selects and plays a macro whose name begins with specified text. Read Excel. See command reference. Runs a specified program. Can be used to display file, including text files using Notepad or HTML files using the default web browser. If online, can be used to display web addresses. Readful. See command reference. This command reads the value from an ini-style text file. It is normally used with a set command to assign the value to a variable. The value is accessed by specifying the SECTION name and KEY for the value. Run. See command reference. Runs a specified program. Can be used to display file, including text files using Notepad or HTML files using the default web browser. If online, can be used to display web addresses. Run macro. See command reference. Runs a specified macro. Set. See command reference. Define a variable and assign a value to it. Set refs. See command reference. Set one or more reference items. This sets the references which apply to all characters as the default when the character is shown. It has the same effect as changing the corresponding item from tools/references in the scriptwriter. The command takes effect when it is encountered in the script. Also see help for the temporary commands, illuminations and sound effects. Note that this change remains in effect for all future sessions of VoxProxy. If your need for these changes is temporary, you should set the references back at the end of the script. Show Excel. See command reference. Displays an Excel worksheet in a window on top of the slide. The worksheet window can be closed using the close Excel command. Show Word. See command reference. Displays a Microsoft Word document in the window on top of the slide. The document window can be closed using the MaxAlert command. Wait for. See command reference. Inserts a command which allows the active character to wait for a specified condition. Root Excel. See command reference. This command writes a value to a cell in the Excel worksheet. It is normally used to write the contents of a variable. The value is written by specifying the name of the file, the worksheet, and the cell range. Writeful. See command reference. This command writes a value to a cell in an Excel worksheet. It is normally used to write the contents of a variable. The value is written by specifying the name of the file, the worksheet, and the cell range. Character gallery. Selecting a character. Reviewing character animations. Inserting a show command. Closing all characters. Character properties. Moving character. Removing character. Placing character on the slide. Downloading character from the web. The character gallery will appear similar to the following. If you are connected to the web, you may redirect to the website for the character's behavior by clicking on the link. If you are not connected, you will be routed to the index. Selecting character. All available characters are listed by name. To show one of those characters, click on the character's name. The character will be shown in the display panel on the right. In order to put this character on the screen, press the select button. The character will move on the form and will remain on the screen even after the gallery form is closed. In order to recapture the character into the gallery form, either click on the character's name or double click on the character itself. Reviewing character animations. While a character is displayed in the gallery window, press the preview button. A list of animations available for that character will appear, similar to the following. As you scroll through each animation in the list, the character will demonstrate it. If you are creating randomly a script and the script writer is visible, you may insert any selected animation commands at this time by pressing the insert button. Inserting a show command. If you are creating randomly a script and the script writer is visible, you may insert the command into the script at this time by pressing the insert button on the gallery form. The insert button will display the show character wizard form. Show character command will be inserted into your script at the current cursor location. Closing all characters. Press the close all button to close all installation characters. Anytime characters are visible, there are two other ways to close them. Press the close characters button on the script writer. Right click on the character and select stop playing. If the script is playing, it will stop and all characters will be closed. Character properties. Press the properties button to display the character property form. Properties that are set in this form become defaults for the specified character. Character defaults include voice defaults, language, text-to-speech engine, pitch and OTE. AT&T natural voices do not support pitch changes. Voice speed, speech balloons, show balloons on or off, balloon size, font size, other, character size, idle animations on or off, sound effects on or off. You can embed characters properties into your presentation PPT file by clicking on the embed button. This way, if you copy the presentation file and run it on another computer, the character properties will be preserved. These properties are saved in a special file along with other system references. The file is C, program to let VoxProxy at. If you copy this file to another computer that has VoxProxy or the VoxProxy player installed on it, it will overlay all references and character properties on the recognition software. Press the scroll lock key. Wait until you see the messages listening, and say goodbye. Placing character on the slide. If you are holding a script in VoxProxy scriptwriter edit window before either a macro or PowerPoint, select the character gallery form. The valuable way to locate the character on the screen. Search show those commands at the appropriate locations in your script. Follow these steps. First, be sure that cursor in your script text field is at the position where you want to show those command insert. Select the character gallery either from the scriptwriter's toolbar or menu or from the VoxProxy menu in PowerPoint. Display one or more agent characters. While displaying the slideshow version of the Start Full Screen Slideshow in PowerPoint, press PowerPoint Slideshow button. If you want to see a character in particular animation, pointing or gesturing, for example, so that when positioned on the slide, you will be pointing precisely where you want to click on the button. You may also right-click on the invisible character and choose animations from the character's menu. Drag the character wherever you want. Right-click on the character and select Insert Root or Insert Show, and the appropriate command will be inserted into your script text. The last two steps as needed each time you locate the cursor to the appropriate place in your script. Downloading characters from WET. Many Microsoft Agent characters are available on WET. Once you download and install the character file, it will be displayed in the character gallery. For agent characters included with VoxProxy, the character gallery contains links to the character's creators. Our website contains a list of available download sites. http://www.voxproxy.com. Click on support/links/Microsoft Agent links. Contact rights and software incorporated if you would like referrals for creating your own agent characters.
Character behavior. Speech. I have no speech. Characters with slow, but they do not speak. Most likely problem is that your sound system is turned on or off. Test this by saving your feature play off. Windows Explorer and let VoxProxy media. Double click on the file to see LAVWAD. Your sound system is not playing sound. Check mute button on the Windows volume control. Check that the volume is not all the way down. Check that your speakers are properly connected. If you hear sound, check speech. If you still hear speech, try manually installing speech, text to speech, and check Windows Explorer and program for VoxProxy speech. Double click on the file to see underlining and moving to XD. This will install the default English speech engine. If the speech sync does not work, make sure that the problem is not an isolated single line of speech. Test the character with several consecutive lines of speech. A specific line of speech fails, but the remaining lines speak correctly. This is caused by another sound stepping on the line of speech. The speech, text-to-speech engine will remain silent if another sound begins just prior to the speech and is not finished by the time the speech begins. It is caused by another character performing an animation which has sound effects just prior to the failing line of speech. If you're using the now parameter, remove it and retest. If not, try reversing the order of the actions. Animations. A character's animation begins too soon. This is almost always caused by a now parameter. For example, show Petey, show Paul. Petey say hello, my name is Petey. Greet. Paul read now. Paul will bow before Petey does. In fact, you will bow just when Petey begins to speak. In order to have Paul bow at the same time as Petey, place a wait command just above Petey's greet. Petey say hello, my name is Petey. Wait. Greet. Paul read now. Now Paul will wait for Petey to stop speaking before he bows. A specific animation does not work, the remainder of the script works fine. Check to see that you are using the valid animation command for the character. Not all characters have the same list of animations. Also, some characters' list of animations include some which do not work. They are simply ignored. Test the animation using the preview button on the character gallery. If it works there, it will work in your script. Also check that your spelling is correct. Capitalization is not important, but spelling is. When I run my slideshow, the animations and slash or speech are shot yet intermittent. Either the computer is too slow, has Google RAM, or, most likely, you are running something else that is CPU intensive. Both character animations and speech take considerable system resources, so things like animated GIFs running on the slide can cause character animations and speech to be slow. During my slideshow, the character nearly stops, then sporadically makes a movement or sound. In PowerPoint 2002, you must be sure that you have the feature called Show All Scripts turned on, and you can tell if it's on by the small ember icon, called the script anchor, that appears in the middle of any slides with scripts. If you do not see that icon, you must turn Show All Scripts on. Open PowerPoint Help and in the answer wizard, search for script anchor. Click on Show or Hide Anchors on the web page and follow the instructions to add the Show All Scripts item to your menu, then be sure it is turned on. PowerPoint behavior. During a slideshow, either slide changes too soon or the wrong slide animation appears. Your script contains more click commands and there are animations on this slide. Remember that the custom animation must be set to appear on mouse click and not automatically by time. Use the diagnose button on the script writer to check your script animation commands for consistency with your slide animations. When I go to a specific slide during a slideshow, a character appears in the upper left corner of the screen rather than where it is supposed to. Each slide script must stand alone if it is to be restartable. At the beginning of each slide script, be sure to put a show command to place each character on the screen, otherwise the slideshow will work correctly if run continuously, but may not if you skip to a specific slide. One or more characters which hide at the end of a slide reappear as the next slide begins. This is caused by hiding several characters at the same time at the end of a slide. The next slide command waits for the last character to finish hiding before changing slice, but if an earlier character has a slower hide animation, it may not be completed when the slide changes, so he may reappear. The solution is to rearrange the order in which the characters hide, making the slowest one hide last. If the character reappears in the middle of a script, then you have inadvertently used a hide animation rather than a hide command. VoxProxy always interprets hide as a command unless it appears on the same line as another animation. To avoid this problem, always use hide on a separate line by itself. I see a small ember icon in the middle of my slide. How do I get rid of it? This icon is a new feature in PowerPoint 2002 called the script anchor. Normally used for web scripts, it appears on any slide containing a VoxProxy script. This anchor must be visible for your scripts to work, but you can simply drag it off the visible area on the slide to hide it. Miscellaneous. Whenever I open the help files in VoxProxy, I get either dialer or work offline dialog box. VoxProxy help is in HTML and uses Microsoft Internet Explorer for its display. If you have a web browser address set as your home page in IE and you are not connected to the internet, then IE will prompt to connect. You can avoid the connection dialog box by setting the home page to blank in IE/internet options/general/homepage. Copyright. Copyright 2001, 2003 Right-Seek Software Incorporated. VoxProxy is a trademark of Right-Seek Software Incorporated. PowerPoint is registered trademark of Microsoft Corporation. Microsoft is registered trademark of Microsoft Corporation in the United States and / other countries. Natural Voices is registered trademark of AT&T Corporation.
Okay guys, to be continued this part 5. The next part is we are in Bonzi Buddy program with Max. I am Petey. Max is Bonzi. Okay guys, now time for the Max's Last Speaks.
If you get more episodes, please subscribe to Yunziner 5052 channel. Subscribe to my channel and then enable all notifications to support my channel. Thank you for watching this part 5. Like this video. See you at part 6 in Windows XP with Max. Goodbye. Have a nice day.